Good morning, everybody, for the 34th time, and welcome to the Friday morning warm-up. And we're going to do a variety of things, as always, including, yes, you did ask, some clapping. So we're going to start with that. So what I'll get up on the screen, first of all, is the clap rhythm. And it's at this point that I suddenly find it's not there. Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay, now we've got a cowbell this time, cowbell pattern. For those of you that don't know, a cowbell looks like this, and it's worn around the necks of men so their wives know where they are. Now, this one hasn't got one of those things inside which... Oh dear, that's loud. But I'm not going to hit it because it's extremely loud. But that's a cowbell. If you've got one, by all means join in with a cowbell. Now there's two patterns I've shown on the screen. The first one is what we're going to clap to start with, but I'd also like you to switch over to the second rhythm, which is the son clave, the 2-3 clave, which is normally played on a pair of these claves. So if you've got any of those, dig them out. Always more fun when you actually play it on the real... oh look, somebody's just got up and go and get his claves. Excellent stuff. Right. But the rest of us, we can just clap. Now, the idea is I'm going to put the metronome on at 110 beats a minute. If you can, please clap, stamp your feet. Pete's got his claves ready. Stamp your feet left, right at the same time. If that's all too much, then just concentrate on the clapping. And what I'm going to ask you to do this time is to clap the top rhythm, the cowbell, 4 times, and then switch over to the clave pattern. Now they interlock, so you can do one and I'll be doing the other. That's absolutely fine. So you could stay on one or the second one, but see if you can do that. So 4 times on the cowbell, I'll say change, and we'll go on to the 4 claps on the clave. So here we go, straight in. Just follow me. After 4, we'll start with the cowbell 4 times. Okay, get ready. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. 1. Clap, 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 clap. Back to the cowbell. Next one. Second one. Cowbell. Clave. 1. Clap, clap, and clap, and clap, 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 clap. Cowbell for the last time. 1, dun, 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 dun. Clave. 1, clap, clap, and dun, dun. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Last one. Good. Right. I hope you did well with that, and yeah, for next time, dig out a percussion instrument, and that might make it even more fun if that's possible. Okay, we're now going to warm up our instruments. So depending on your instrument, I'm just going to play pluck the note C because we're in C major today. So you can play your respective note on your instrument. You can either play long tones or twiddle very quickly, or just practice some scales or something else. Anything that you think will be a good way of warming up the actual instrument itself and getting your hands and fingers and mouths and lips and abdomen and everything else warmed up. So I'm just going to pluck away on the concert C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, right, there we go. I've got a leg timer here which told me that was a minute. So, okay. Something you could do, especially guitarists who've got loopers and so on, is to just play a constant beat, record it for about 3 minutes and then loop it. And then listen to it back. Oh, you'd have to listen to all 3 minutes, wouldn't you? And then see if your tempo at the end is exactly the same as your tempo when you started. Because when the loop gets round to the end, actually, you should hear the results immediately. Something to experiment with. Okay, moving on. We're going to look at the chromatic scale now, and we're going to continue with the way we've been playing it recently, which is quite slowly, playing the root note, down a semitone, and back to the first note, before moving up to the next semitone, dropping a semitone. Yeah, so kind of a chromatically increasing version of Jaws. And just getting the tempo right. Here we go. Okay, so starting on concert C, down to C flat or B, then back to C, and then the whole thing up a semitone. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up a semitone. Semitone. Last one. Good. Okay, let's do that again. I'm just going to do that one more time. So back down to the low concert C and following the same pattern. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, here we go. Okay, all right, well that's the chromatic scale. Sorted. And okay, we're going to move on now to the exercise sheet. So if you've got that, get it up on your screens. Or get the printout out. I'll put the concert version on the screen so you know where we are, and for those of you reading that. And there we have it. And okay, I'm just going to get the... Right, we've got the C major scale today, so back to the good old C major scale. But of course nowadays we're doing 2 octaves. Now I had a go at doing last week's by following my own video with myself playing the trumpet, and found that that was pretty difficult. So I know I haven't been playing long, but nevertheless. So I thought what I'd do is, because some of the ranges of some instruments don't always reach as high as what's shown on the screen, I've split the 2 octaves into separate bars, so that if you, when you get to the second octave, if you find that's going, the range is too high, then you can just repeat the first bar and go back to the beginning, and so you're doing 2 of the lower octaves. I think you know what I mean by that. If you've got the stretch or the range, no excuses on a piano by the way, then do all 2 octaves. Let's do the first bar. So I'm just going to do the first bar on its own, and just as shown. So I'm just going to play it once. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the first bar. We're going to go on to the second bar now before we join them up. So after 4, second bar. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, let's put those 2 together. So we're playing the first 2 bars exactly as written. First 2 bars. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for the third and final time, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to move on to bar 3 of the top line of the sheet, and so just coming down, and the rhythm of the scale has been reversed, and one of the reasons for this is to try and enable chord tones to appear on the strong beats. And when I say chord tones, I mean of the actual the chord. So in the case of C major, that would be C, E and G. And have I managed it? C, E and G, yes. So C, E, G and C again are on the strong beats of your scale pattern. Okay, so we're going to play the rhythm in the third bar now, the scale in the third bar descending. So it starts with a triplet this time, so watch out for that. Here we go, bar 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Bit of fluff there. Do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now down to the fourth bar, so this is the lower octave. Same rhythm, same scale, just an octave lower. After 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And for the final time, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's put those two together. So bars 3 and 4. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just to finish off the top line, let's just play the whole thing just once, right across from left to right, all 4 bars, after 4. I keep saying after 4, it wouldn't be after anything else, would it? Here we go, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. Now, if you almost got that right, I bet you're saying, oh, can we just have one more go? Yes, we'll have one more go after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Right. Okay, let's move on now. So we're into the second line of the exercise sheet, and here we're just playing the scale. This time in descending intervals, just for a change. So we're starting with just going down from the C to the B, and then C to the A. So first of all, it's the minor second, and then it's minor third, and so on. So okay. So starting on the high. Well, put it this way, don't start on your lowest C. Make sure you've got a low C to get down to. And we're just going to play exactly as written across the screen. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's move on to the third line now of the sheet, exercise sheet, and we're looking at the major scale. They're setting in 4-note cells, in other words, 4 notes at a time before going back up. Slightly different to the previous ones, because these are all going up or down in seconds, whereas sometimes we've jumped up a third in order to come down again. Only starts on the first 3 of the first cell as well. You'll hear why. So thing to do is just to play it as written, and I'm going to slow this one down because it's not the easiest thing I've put up in front of us before, so a little bit slower, and we're just going to play left to right. So here we go. After 4, starting on your high C. Now this is a tricky one. Didn't think of that, did I? If you haven't got, can't get that high, but have a go. Here we go. 1. Oh, it's a bit slower. There we go. Let's do that. After 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, 3 and 4. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good, good, good. Right, moving on. And we're looking at the rhythms based on a descending major second, which is the sound of. And Chris came up with a suggestion of the toccata in, I've forgotten, D minor, I think it was, Fugue by Bach, which I know is a theme tune to Rollerball. And that thing. So that starts a major second descending. Yesterdays, I mentioned that by the Beatles. Yesterday by the Beatles. A lot of rock riffs start on that. Sunshine of Your Love, for example. So that's the major second, the sound of the major second. So here's some rhythms now with the major second featured. And I've introduced an articulation, and that's you can see on the notes there the slur across some of the notes. Now, those of you that play violins and woodwind and brass, probably very familiar with these if you're a sight reader, and you'll know what to do on your instrument in order to implement that particular slur or legato. Guitarists, perhaps not so much. I'm not putting down guitarists who just don't tend to be told what to do when it comes to playing. They just put in what they like. And so hammering on and pulling off is the most common way of achieving a slur. So if you see the note going up in pitch, and there's a slur over the top of those notes or underneath, then hammer on you pluck the first note, then hammer on to the second note, and in reverse, you'll pull off the note, and so you don't pluck the second one. Okay, hopefully everyone knows what they're going to do. You can just carry on and just pluck the notes as written and ignore the slur if you like. So let's look at the first bar first of all. So nice and simple, we're just going to play it once just to get that slur in as well. So here we go. Just a little bit faster on the tempo. So first bar and just once. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's just loop that, looping bar 1, bar 13 that is. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Okay, moving on to bar 2 now, and we've got a slur over the second pair of quavers, so that's a pull off for guitarists. And so let's just play that second bar once. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's loop that now after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Couple of triplets coming up. Dan da dan 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 da dan da dan dan. Okay, the third bar of the second line from the bottom. I'll just play it once. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's loop that now after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Now the next rhythm is actually almost the same. Looks completely different, but it's actually almost the same, except I've put a rest on the middle of the triplets, the middle beat of the triplets. So it ends up being a... Okay, I think you've got that in your heads, that little rhythm. So let's just loop that fourth bar. Da, 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 da. Watch out for the pull off or the slur over the last two notes. 1, 2, looping, and last time. Okay, moving on to the last line now, and some semiquavers. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Let's just do that first bar on the bottom line once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, just about. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now looping the first bar of the bottom line. 2, 3, 4. One more time. Okay, on to the second bar. Dun, 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 dun. Little triplet in there, triplet crotchet. Let's just play that once. So the second bar of the bottom line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. No, I should have pointed out there, we've got, on the triplet, there's a slur over all three notes. So, a bit like the previous one, you would hammer on and pull off. Should have told you that on the previous one, but, so that's a pull off followed by hammer on for the guitars. The rest of you slur your notes as your instrument requires. Pianos, I presume you just do legato, you hold the note down as long as possible, basically, but unless you're doing something with your foot pedal I don't know about. Okay, so let's just loop the second bar of the bottom line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. And we're on to the final pair of bars this time. So many of you will recognize this rhythm from last time, that one I referred to as being metric displacement. It's where a little pattern is repeated but doesn't fit evenly over the rhythm. It sort of shifts in and out of step with a basic chord beat. And all I've done this time is, apart from changing the pitch to this major second interval, is added slurs over the pairs of notes. Just to add one level of complexity to it. Just a point there, you can see the middle two notes across the bar line. I've got a similar looking slur. That's actually a tie because it's the same note, but it's stretched across a particular beat, across a bar line. So the notes, it just means that note's played longer. It's not really a slur or legato in the same sense, but of course it's a similar approach. Right, let's look at that. So let's play that the next bars 3 and 4 just once. Just once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Those of you that go to John Seeley's big band Zoom sessions on a Sunday evening, a little plug for him there, you'll recognise this from this rhythm appears in Oye Como Va in the big band arrangement. So next time you play that, see if you spot this particular rhythm. Let's loop it now. Bars 3 and 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Ping pong. Okay, and that's the end of that exercise sheet. We're just going to finish now with the chords, strumming, and a little bit of a chance for you to noodle and improvise and play some chord tones and so on. And we're running a little bit over the normal time, so if anyone does need to go, I won't be offended. So do sneak off. Let me just put the chords on the screen. So I'm going to be strumming those chords. Well, the top chords anyway, in the concert chords. B flat instruments, you've got to imagine I'm playing those chords, and E flat, I'm playing the bottom lot. So so if you're on a piano or guitar, strum the top 8 bars, and the rest of you, you can, I mean, you don't have to. You can practice using the C major scale to improvise if you want, and or just make up some little melodies using the C major scale, or practice your chord tones and arpeggios. So here we go. I'm just going to strum those chords after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, A minor, E minor, F, and so on. Last time. Finish on the C. And that concludes today's morning warm-up. So, as always, thank you very much, everybody, for turning up. And that's great to see you all. And we're up to a nice round 30, which is excellent. Plus the fact we've got 2 people in one screen somewhere. Where have they gone? Anyway, hello, Rita. I've just seen Rita there. She wasn't there earlier. Grandma Rita. I've got to point out to everybody. Okay.
Congratulations, Rita.
Right. Thank you very much, everybody. And you can unmute yourself and.
Hi, Ray. Nice to see you back.
Andrew, hope you get on all right. Hi, George. Hi, Robin.
Bye.
See you all next week.
Bye, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Have a good week. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks,
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, thank you then. Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
See you
Great way
next
to
week.
start.